Hey ladies, Coach Lou, and I'm checking in to talk about a subject that I get asked about a lot as a coach by women who are struggling to lose weight, and that is my contraception causing me to gain weight or hold on to it? And the answer to that can be quite complex, but yes, it can have an effect. So estrogen is not really our friend, and the more of it that we have in our body tends to get a bit confused and it likes to store it as body fat. So if you're on a contraception that is giving you estrogen, so a lot of contraceptions, if you look into what's in your contraceptions, have estrogen in them, and this is what basically happens. Basically, your body doesn't know what to do with all the extra estrogen. So what it decides to do is it decides to deposit it as body fat because the hormones get confused, and generally the areas that sits is around the hips and the thigh area. So if you are if you hold a lot of body weight in your hips and your thigh area, it tends not to shift. Generally one of those factors can be your contraception. Now, it's not the only factor though, and what you're putting in your mouth does make a massive difference. But if you're finding that you are eating really clean and you are training really well, and that your lower half isn't moving quite as fast and you are using a contraception, it is likely to be slowing you down. And it's one of those catch-22s, isn't it? Because it's like, well, which one do I want to choose? And sometimes I will say to ladies, maybe you need to try something that hasn't got as much estrogen in it, or something a bit lower estrogen, just because of the way your body reacts to it. And for some of us, it affects us more than others. I'm not going to go on too much about the estrogen and the effects of estrogen in the body because I've done a video on that recently. If you want to know about that and you can't find it, let me know and I'll bump it back up to the top. A lot of people will say, oh yeah, this pill, that pill, this injection will do that. When it comes to estrogen, extra estrogen is very likely to hold on to extra body fat. However, it doesn't make you hungrier. So a lot of people will say, oh no, it's because I'm eating more. You have complete control over what you put in your mouth, so you can't really blame that on your contraception. Your cravings are very much based on the food you already put in your body. So although you might think, oh, it's because I'm on this and I'm hungrier, yeah, you might be, but the cravings that you have are very much linked to the food that you're already eating. If you're on a cleaner diet, you won't have the same cravings as someone who's on a more processed diet, for example. But it's just a quick video because quite a few women have been asking about it. It's a big decision to make if you decide to change. What I always say is research, your contraception, research what's in each different one. But certainly if you're holding a lot of body weight in those areas and you've tried a few other things and it just comes off a lot slower, it's likely to be that is having an effect on you. And it very much affects that lower half. Hopefully that's answered a wee question for some of you. Always more than happy to jump on and answer any kind of transformation questions or fitness questions that any of you ladies have. So, send me a mail or pop a wee question underneath of the video you'd like me to come on and talk to you about. I'm more than happy to do that. But like I say, if you want to know a bit more about estrogen, how it affects the body, because it affects men and women very differently. It affects us differently depending on our time of life as well. There's a video which I've done a few weeks back, and so like I say, I'm more than happy to bump that back to the top. But when it comes to contraception with estrogen in it and you're struggling to lose weight, yes, it can have an effect on your weight loss. So it's not necessarily making you gain the weight, but it's certainly letting you hold on to the weight, and it's certainly depositing as body fat if there's too much in there. So hopefully that makes some sense. Any questions at all, guys, give me a shout. More than happy to jump on. I've had a busy day. I'm having a quick break now, and then I'm back in to coach later on this afternoon. Catch y'all later. Coach Lou.